Hey everyone, it's New Jersey Garden, Zone 6A in New Jersey. I wanted to show you an interesting perennial called Jupiter's Beard. It's very drought tolerant. It blooms for about 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. It is now early June and it's almost at peak bloom. It has this sort of a reddish pink bloom. Oh, there's a bumblebee. Little tiny flowers, sort of a dome-like structure, and the leaf structure is very pretty. Just want to show you guys what this plant looks like. It's really spreading. I planted this from seed. I started the seeds in my basement about 3 years ago, and when I planted them I didn't think they were going to make it because they were really floppy and took a really long time to kind of get established, but this plant is doing great in this location. This is an east location. I don't really water this part of the garden because it's so far from the hose. We don't have an irrigation system, so I use a hose and I use, watering can and hose. So I don't water this. It's very drought tolerant and it's just really interesting looking. I'm trying to decide what to put next to it. I think yellow looks really nice next to it. I did have some yellow tall yarrow, forgetting the name of the yarrow that I have, but I had a very tall variety of yarrow that was next to it, and it looked great color wise, but it just got weedy, so I pulled it out. So now I don't have anything next to it and I'm deciding what to put here. These are just little seedlings that popped up of the Jupiter's Beard. I may let them fill in the spot. I have to mulch and I have to take care of this weed barrier. I don't recommend weed barrier. I put it down initially to control weeds when I first started the garden, but every time I have to plant something, I need to, cut into it, and it's just sort of a pain, and I don't really think it helps with weeds all that much. This is the catmint, Walker's Low catmint, and this is actually a small version of Russian sage. I'm going to see how it does. I planted it last year and it barely did anything, but it's starting to move, starting to get bigger this season, so we'll see what happens. And these are gladiolus. They were planted about 4 years ago, and I need to remove some of the weed barriers so that they can have ample room to grow. I may relocate these after they bloom to a better spot, but this area is really dry, and I wanted to show you Jupiter's Beard and show you how well it's doing in this dry spot here. Supposedly hummingbirds like this plant. I do have hummingbirds that come to my garden. I haven't seen them on this plant. Hummingbirds seem to come to the garden like at 7 a.m., noon, and 7 p.m. So I don't always catch them, and I do have a hummingbird feeder as well, but I did read that hummingbirds do like this plant because they enjoy red flowers. So I'll let you know if I see any hummingbirds on this plant. Thank you so much for watching.